video is brought to you by Letsynthesize Academy, the #1 place for practice-oriented courses for serious music producers.
Hey, there, Larson here, welcome to the newest Synthesize Sunday episode, and today I want to show you how I make and chop samples to use them in hip-hop production like this. Okay, so like always, you can download this whole project from my Patreon below, and if you want to dig deeper into production, click here for my academy, but right now let's jump into it. Okay, so I so love this little groove, and the main element here is the sampled kind of thing that I want to show you how I made. Okay, so I built this musical thing from scratch, and I resampled it, put it into sampler and use it as a sample player kind of MPC thing. So as you can hear, what I did here is try to find the best position in the loop. So if I click on show in browser, so this was the original. I transposed it up to 1 octave and tried to play around with the sample position. So I can do this again. So with other piano chords this could work really well, but I found that at this position it sounds really great because as you can hear there are 2 notes that are playing. So you hit 1 note and it actually plays 2 notes. And this is very cool, like a happy accident, and I love happy accidents. So let me show you how I built this thing up, because this is what you guys are most interested about. So I used a guitar sample from Live's guitar kind of thing. So if you own Live Suite, you have this library. It actually is a sampler, so it's very good, sounding really great. But what I did there is, of course, I applied lots of effects. So first, guitar rig. It's very flat, it's not heavy, and it's very in the background, so I had to add guitar rig. So let me show you what is in guitar rig. So I'm using this reverb, compressor, cabinet, treble booster, whatever it is, and a delay. So basically these are just simple effects, but the cabinet simulator is very, very good. So it makes the sound so believable. It's really sounding like a guitar. I love it. Anyway, so guitar rig is an awesome tool if you want to create vintage effects, vintage sounds. Then I had to use an EQ8 because it's very harsh. So at around 2K I had to make a huge cut, and of course the low end. I didn't use a delay, but some gain drop at the end. Okay, so this is the guitar, but there is another trick that I want to show you. This humanized MIDI rect that I think I covered in one of my older videos. But what it is basically is a random note delay. So if you play a chord and if you play the notes at the very same time, this little device delays the notes randomly that you use in the chords. So this creates a very nice humanization effect. And the same thing with the velocity tool. So as you can hear, every hit is a little different, because without the humanized MIDI, okay, then I wanted to add another instrument, and this time the keys. So I use Live's electric device. This is so great. And again, guitar rig does us a huge favor. Let me show it to you what it does. So we have a compressor, a wow filter, basically this is a filter, a graphite kind of distortion, I guess, chorus or whatever it is, cabinet, and the reverb basically. And again an EQ. Some vinyl distortion, noise. Multiband compression, and again. So this is what I did to go from this to this. And there is a very important ingredient for this whole thing, is adding a crash. This creates a very cool texture on the whole thing that you want to sample later. Because if you listen it here in this hit, you can definitely hear the crash, and it creates a very nice timbre, a very nice change to the sound on every second hit. Also here. Without the crash, this would not sound the same. So let me show it to you how the original sound sounds. So as you can hear, the crash is very, very important. Okay, so we are done with the sampling. The only thing I did here is I applied the EQ8 and I modified the cutoff, the low cutoff, because in this section I wanted to have a little higher cut. I didn't want this overtone to be played. But later I definitely wanted to have it. And the compressor, this is all. Also I wanted to add a grand piano. And actually again, this is very, very simple. As you can see, I added a humanized MIDI, because without that and the techno echo from the echo device, so this is a preset. I added a bass. Now again, this uses guitar rig, but the original bass comes from Contact, the Scarby bass thing. And without guitar rig, but with guitar rig, so smooth and nice. Let me show it to you. It's basically a bass pro, a cabinet, and an EQ kind of cabinet again, I guess. Okay, some EQing, some compression at the end, and this is all on the bass. But as you can hear, the guitar rig makes a huge difference in it. I added some scratch sounds. And we have the drums. As you can see, I use only one shots. And there is nothing basically on the group. And all together. Okay, so this was it. I hope you learned a lot. And if you want to dig deeper into production, click here for my academy. And if you want to download this whole project, check my Patreon, and see you guys next time. Peace.